if you're actually creating, all you're really doing is you're just looking at your records and you're adding up the amounts and writing down, again, for each category, how much came in, how much went out. And then basically a part of a strategic part of that is you're using predetermined categories. And those categories, there's no real set basis on what you have to pick. Like no organization or funding source is going to say you must have these categories. So we can sort of be flexible in what categories we actually put them under. And then we get to creating a budget. And this is sort of a chicken and an egg type thing, is what comes first, your budget or your financial statement. It's sort of really hard to get a budget until you have some financial statements to go off of to really show you a record of what's going on with the organization. But for creating a budget, there's three main considerations. The first is a value choice. So there's this quote, it's sort of very mainstream, but it's from Joe Biden during the presidential election where he's talking to Mitt Romney, and he says, "Don't tell me what you value, show me your budget and I'll tell you what you value." So basically the idea is that whatever you're budgeting your money for, that should be a reflection of what your values are. So that's something that we want to look at when we create our budget, how that fits in with our overall values. Aside from that though, there's these overarching realities that there's certain bills that there's no way you're going to get away from, basically, and there might be ways to, but we're not getting away from them right now in regards to rent, utilities, stuff like that. And then also how are our funds actually really being generated. So we might want to get funding from this one source, but that's not working out. So what really is generating the money for us? And then strategic decisions. What's been working for us? What hasn't been working? What expenses can we cut? What areas of potential source of income that is being neglected? That all goes into making the budget. And then this last part is just, the budget's going to be impacted by past financial statements. The other thing that I would add about a budget and a financial statement, particularly dealing with grants, what it shows anybody that's giving the money is sort of what decisions is your organization making over a amount of time. So one thing is that we may not be generating much money, but if we can show that we're not generating much, so we cut these expenses, that's a smart financial decision. That tells us somebody, if you give us the money, we're going to handle it wisely. We may not have a bunch of income coming in, but what we do have, we make work. So this is the budget, and this is a working budget. This is something